Last one going. All right, it is Dennis Taylor here. It is Monday morning. We are time for our daily show. Dana, Eternal Youth, thanks for joining. Awesome. Coach Avalos, thanks for coming on. Everybody, thanks for coming on today. How is your Monday morning going? Mine is going amazing. Been up making things happen. Shayna, thanks for coming on. Good morning, good morning. We're live from Dallas, Texas. Just got back from Austin last night. DR Hill, thanks for coming on. Had a big weekend. Was able to network with some amazing people. Multi-millionaires. Just been amazing. Hey, Bianca, thanks for coming on, babe. Roman, thanks for coming on. Good morning, Shayna. Hey. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know where you're coming in from for one, so I can give you a shout out. If you're new, say I'm new. Right, Ray gave me 2 shout outs yesterday. I'm the Snapchat guru. Hey, what's going on, Christine? Thanks for coming on. Yeah, no, Ray, got to spend a lot of time with him. Got to do some private VIP stuff, work on some of my funnels, work on some of our business, kind of coach him a little bit on Snapchat, and then him coaching me on my funnels and my marketing. So, had a great weekend. It was on point. When you were able to give advice to someone who generated over $4.5 million in revenue last year on their blog, to get coaching and be coached, it was awesome. So, awesome. So, we got people from all over the country on. We've got New York. We've got Arizona. Hey, Larissa. Happy Monday. We got a lot of people. My Snapchat has been blowing up today. I mean, absolutely blowing up. I've been getting messages all day long about what am I doing, how am I creating money online. So, for y'all that know me, my name is Dennis Taylor. For y'all that don't, I'm a 30-year-old entrepreneur from Grapevine, Texas. I found an online marketing system 2 years ago that I was able to leverage. Out of that, I've dove head first into online marketing, internet marketing, Snapchat marketing, social media, and just teaching and training people how to make money using the internet, because it's not hard. We don't live in an old system. We live in a brand new world where every day you can create. So it's been awesome. You know, I've been able to put about 5 or 6 streams of income coming in every single day, and it's just been amazing because when you think about it, it just takes a little bit. Hey, Deborah, thanks for coming in. So if you've been on my show before, I'd appreciate it, or if you've got value from me in the past before, go ahead and share it out on Periscope. Hit the button over here, swipe the button down, share it out. On Facebook, at the bottom left, share it out, press that button. YouTube, we're not able to share it out yet. YouTube is about to match both Periscope and Facebook Live with their YouTube streaming, but we are streaming live. Thank you for sharing it out, Larissa. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Shayna. Shauna, thanks for sharing it out. Everybody, I got some messages. I got some word for you here today. I got a tough word here, I got a good word, and I got some help for you if you want to make money online. All right. Let's get this going. All right, so today, personal development book we're getting into is a free book I got this weekend, actually. I was about to buy it on Friday. I went to the event on Saturday, and they gave everybody who came this book. It's called Ask Gary V. It's a marketer I absolutely look up to. He crushes it. He understands everything about social media. Super big on Snapchat, so obviously I like him. Hey, Robert, thanks for joining. Okay, so, all right. Ask Gary V. It's really good. I'm not done with the 10X rule, but I'm going to finish it, and then this book is thick, obviously. This is, how even long is this book? This book is over 350 pages long, super big. It's going to take me a while to get through it, but I got stuff right off the first chapter. I did. So, Gary V says this. These are his business commandments. These are his business commandments, and I really liked them. It says, bring value to the customer. Provide 51% of the value in a relationship, whether it's with an employee, a client, or a stranger. Always play the long game of lifetime value. Smart work will never replace hard work. It only supplements it. People are your most important commodity. Patience matters. Never be romantic about how to make your money. And try to put yourself out of business daily. So those are his commandments. He goes further on. He says, the vast majority of people tend to play in the middle, which is why they usually only succeed up to a certain level and then they plateau out. Ideas are worthless without the execution. Execution is pointless without the ideas. You have to learn to prioritize properly and quickly identify what's going to move you further ahead and what's going to make you stall. I like this too. He says, there are too many people who are average at what they do, and they're confused by their average results. There's too many people who are average at what they do, and they're confused by their average results. So, after going to this weekend after going to the weekend this weekend, okay, so Facebook's, okay, so after going to the weekend, Live the Dream in Austin, I realized a lot of things made sense for me and what I'm doing. A lot of people need help. A lot of people in business need help. They need to know how to use the internet to generate their own leads, to make their own business, to get things going. There's a lot of people who do not have a clue, and I'm not looking down on them because 6 months ago, I was not where I'm at. 8 months ago, 9 months ago, 10 months ago. It's been a journey, but it's been studying, implementing, practicing, and teaching what I do that's caused me to learn how to figure this whole thing out. We were there over the weekend, and I generated like 60 leads in 3 days off of Snapchat. Just off of Snapchat over the weekend. 60 brand new leads, 60 brand new people for my opportunity, my business, whatever I'm doing. And I just started that on Thursday night, and by Sunday night I had over 60 new leads. That's awesome. That's the power of what Snapchat can do. So if you're not connected with me on Snapchat, you need to connect with me and see what I'm doing. Dennis Taylor. Okay, but I want to say this before we go any further. This is the one tip and strategy I can give you in marketing that will help you the most. This will help you the most. Figure out what... okay, sorry. So I got a text message. Figure out what method of marketing you want to use and focus solely on it. Too many people are scattered too thin, and they're not mastering anything. They're only average on one thing. So that's the message I got at the event was there's tons of way to market. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, Pinterest, Snapchat, blogging, list building. There's a bunch of different ways. I do a lot of different ways. I have more time, plus I've mastered a lot of the ways. So it's different for me than for other people. You can't try to be other people. You have to be you. And you have to figure out what you're gonna master. So where I'm focused 100%, you can try them all at first for sure, but you should quickly decide which one gets you the most excited every day. They all can bring you leads. I get leads daily on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope. Not as much Periscope. Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat daily. But I know where my focus is going. My focus is going 100% to Snapchat. 100% for me personally, because I've just seen the power. Over the last couple of weeks, I've gone from about 100 views on my story to well over 2,000 views. That's 2,000 daily eyeballs on my stuff. For me, that's power. For me, I don't get that on other mediums. So here's my suggestion. Figure out what gets you excited. Which social media gets you excited. Blogging, whatever, videos, whatever. And stick to it for an extended period of time. Learn how to master that. Get training on that. Focus on that. I do believe everybody needs to be on Facebook. Don't get me wrong. Master one strategy, but you need to be on Facebook using it to prospect and to build up your fan page. Because you drive everything to Facebook. So I do a lot of Snapchat, but I drive everything back to Facebook. Because Facebook just is power. So I'm talking marketing strategies. So I'm focusing on Snapchat. And one thing I saw with the company that it's not a network marketing company, it's a company that helps you learn how to do marketing, MLSP, is that their training is, I've never seen training like that. I literally have not seen training like that. And what I like about it is there was a lot of people winning. A lot of people winning in that company this weekend. And it was exciting because they were just average people, regular people. They weren't superstars. They're just regular people who followed a system and used all the training that MLSP provides to start learning how to generate leads in their business. And most of them are network marketers, and they were able to start building their network marketing business because they started to learn how to market. That's the thing. There's too much education, but then there's not enough direct focus education on marketing. So, hey, thanks for jumping on, Gabriel. So here's the thing. Pick one thing, focus on it, master it, get proficient at it, teach it, and then go to the next one. Set up a system. Because if you're just bouncing around all day and you're not making traction on anything, then you're doing exactly what Gary's talking about here. There are too many people who are average at what they do and then confused by their average results. There's too many people who are average at what they do and they're confused by their average results. So when I decide to do something, I decide to do it all the way. I decide to dominate. So I know exactly what I'm going to do with Snapchat. In about 6 months, if you search anything related to Snapchat marketing, Snapchat making money, Snapchat business, you're going to find my blog post up at the top. 100%, because I'm committed to doing that. So I've got right here, I think I have 280 keywords that I worked on this morning. I didn't make them up. Google told me this is what people are searching, and I'm going to write a blog post over every single one of those. And so when you go search Snapchat, you're going to find me everywhere because I blog. One cool thing I liked about MLSP is that they've got this whole blog thing set up where you can get your own blog behind the scenes with them, and they've got it all set up, and you can use their tools, and you don't have to do everything that I've done because I put a lot of time and effort and energy, paid designers and website people to put all my stuff together, and they have all that. I really liked it. I was pretty shocked by some of the results people were getting, but it was awesome. It really was. I was encouraged because I was like, all right, people can win with stuff like this. But my main takeaway for me, I had a couple of takeaways for sure, was to, one, I'm going to get my notes here. One was to focus on one strategy. Okay? Focus on one strategy in your marketing. That's the first thing. The second thing is you have to master up here. You have to master your mindset. It doesn't matter how much information you have, how many courses you bought. If you're not strong up here and you're not have this figured out between the ears, you're not going to have results. You're not. And so a couple things. So you need to begin to live the life. Begin to live as if the future reality was happening today. Begin to live as if the future reality was happening today. And so he gave examples of like William Wallace and Martin Luther King and these people who stood up for what they believed because they were living in the future today. They believed that whatever the future was happening to them today. And so they had a neuroscientist there, and he's talking about the brain, and that 90% of the thoughts that you have are the same thoughts you had yesterday. Only 10% new thoughts a day. And so 90% of the thoughts are the same ones as yesterday. So that means you're living in the past daily. So you have to be intentional about what you're thinking about. You need to think about what you're thinking about throughout the day. Because you will live in the past if you're not intentional about what you're thinking about. If you're not intentional about where you're putting your mind at. That was one of my biggest takeaways, and I really loved it. So the best way to predict your future is to create it. The best way to predict your future is to create it in your thoughts, in what you think about, what you tell yourself every day, and it's just awesome. So I wrote this stuff down. So I speak in firm affirmations to myself all day, and I say things like, I am wealth, I am health, I am love, I am consistency, I am power, I am giving. And I say I am wealth a lot, and people are like, oh, he's only talking about money, but that's absolutely not what I talk about. I want to be wealthy financially. I want to be wealthy in relationships. I want to be wealthy in experiences. I want to be wealthy in my giving and my serving and how much I help people, and my wealthy in my impact. And so I say that type of stuff. What else did this guy talk about? So take time out of your life to work on yourself. Take time and unplug from your phone. So daily, so we did this meditation exercise where you just stop thinking. Because most of the time we can't get out of our own heads, right? And they did these researches. I talked with Bianca about this yesterday. They've done these brain scans while this guy's done this meditations. And what he does is he just has you think about like, just focus on like, I don't know, he just said space. So like focus on the space inside your head, focus on the space in the room, focus on the space outside the room. Stop thinking like thoughts about your situation, what's going on in your life, even your family, everything. Stop thinking those thoughts. Just kind of like focus on one thing, which would be like space, matter, space. And it was really cool. They did this study, and what they did in the study was they were watching the brain. And what happened when they did these meditations and people were in it, parts of the brain that don't connect started communicating with each other. So our brain is really a very social kind of thing, being. It's a social organ, and so when you start to take yourself out of your thoughts, parts of your brain start connecting. And they had to show the videos of the firing of these like neuronapses, and they were like communicating with each other. It was absolutely cool. And when they started doing that, they showed these little like fibers that are your brain, and they just started like connecting and started like becoming one, and they were like a bunch of like little spaghetti strings. And then as they continued, they just like bonded and became one, and it was just like one thing. And it was really cool because a lot of people, what that neuroscientist was saying was, a lot of people spend a lot of the time in their life on the back of the brain, which is like your situation and your current stuff going on. They don't spend enough time in the frontal lobe, which is like your creative, your imagination, stuff like that. And he said, just think about it, like when you're driving down the highway and you see the Mega Millions on the billboard, sometimes people will think about what they would do with that money. What would that lifestyle mean to them? And it immediately pops them into the frontal lobe. Because you start getting creative, you start thinking about it. And so with that meditation, what you do is you just kind of like clear your brain out of all that garbage, and then you focus on what you want. Focus on what you want. Wealth, health, a better job, more relationships, whatever it is. You focus on that like word of it, the word, whatever you want to focus on, and the feelings that you would have, the feelings you would get from it. And so I wrote mine down. I'll be transparent with you. I focused on wealth. What it meant to me was impacting people daily. I wanted to be passionate about it. I wanted my family lifestyle to change, where we could be just 100% family lifestyle. And then the feelings it would give me were these 6 feelings. Freedom, right? Peace, gratitude, an empowering feeling, a worthiness feeling, and happiness. Because you are worthy. You are worthy to have success. You're made in God's image, without a doubt. And so you're worthy. And sometimes you need to tell yourself, I am worthy. I am worthy to break through my life. I am worthy to go to the next level. I am worthy to make this happen. I am worthy. And so it was really cool. Went through that whole, it was like 15 minutes, went through that meditation, was focusing on that. And as I was in it, I could tell that my brain wanted to kind of come out of it. So I was thinking like of stuff like a year ago. Oh, I got to get this task done. I was like, whoa, snap that, boom. Get out of that thought. Go back into the meditation, because it's an exercise, right? The first time you work out, it's going to be sore and it's going to be hard. But as you use that skill, you'll be able to focus more. You'll be able to let the brain start communicating with other parts of the brain, and you'll start creating things in your life. And I know that's exactly what's happened in my life. We've been able to go from, paycheck to paycheck, struggling high school teacher, to financially independent, over 5 streams of income. And I don't say to brag or boast, I say what's possible. I say what's possible. In 2 years, it's crazy. I was literally networking and connecting with Ray Higdon and Todd Falcone this weekend. Ray Higdon and Todd Falcone, it was just amazing, like, what has happened. I remember in March, I was sitting at Tony's and I said, we were doing a vision exercise, and I said, I know what I want to do. I want to get in Ray's space. And it was just cool because he's my coach, but he's my friend. And it's like, I did that because I spoke it into existence, and I thought about it, and I visualized myself at that point. Now the next thing is to get on stage with him, speak with him, be a part of what he's doing, coach with him, help others impact. That's my goal. I love network marketing, absolutely. But it's not the only thing I'm going to do. No, I'm going to be a trainer, and I'm going to be a speaker. And I'm going to help people break through their life. I am. I'm going to speak at high schools. I'm going to speak for colleges. I'm going to speak, and I'm going to help people break through. I know what my purpose here. I know what my power is, and I know what I'm here for. I'm here to help people and to help people change. I already know it. That's the reality of what I feel in my life, what I'm called for. And it was just really cool because 2 years ago, I was an introverted, shy person. I wasn't happy. I was going to work every day and having 15-year-old kids cuss me out daily. F you, Coach Taylor. Shut the F up. Why are you the only effing teacher that makes us follow the rules? And I just would come home like, oh my gosh, I think I'm going to go to prison because I'm going to strangle one of these kids. And to go from that to waking up every day in my dream life, it's been nothing short of a miracle. And a lot of it has come from studying this book hardcore, rewiring my brain, and really creating something out of nothing. Making money is not hard. That's the easy part. Making money is the easy part. The hard part is figuring out the brain. The hard part is getting out of this bull crap that you have in your head. The stories you tell yourself that you can't be great. The stories you tell yourself that life is too hard. The stories you tell yourself that you don't have the means, you don't have the credit, you don't have the income. It doesn't matter. Everybody has 24 hours a day. That's the truth. Everybody has the time to make stuff like this happen. People will not do the steps because they tell themselves stories on why they can't. Had one rule in my class. You don't use that word in my room. Can't. How can I? How can I make this happen? How can I create the lifestyle I want? That's the question. That's an empowering one. That's one that actually can get you over a bridge, over a hurdle, instead of self-talking yourself out of bullcrap. But this book changed my life, and I realized it this weekend. I said, wow, I have created this life because of my thoughts. Because I thought every day about my future. I thought every day about what it would be like to quit. What it would be like to walk in and tell my boss no. Okay? I thought about that every single day. Okay? So, that's why my life has changed. I'm not lucky. My parents don't pay for my stuff. I haven't taken a dime from my dad since we've been married. Like, hey, give me a handout. I don't even like taking money from my dad. Like, seriously, I took so much student loans because I couldn't stand asking him for money. No one did this for me. I did this every day to make this happen. I did it. Okay? So your circumstances do not determine where you're at. I mean, your circumstances are where you're at, but it doesn't determine where you can go. But a lot of people will drive their life looking through the rearview mirror of the past. And like this neuroscience said, that where you're at today is because of your thoughts, for sure, because your thoughts are where you're going. And so if 90% of your thoughts are in the past, you're living in the past unless you start projecting into the future and start thinking about where you want to go more. Start using the more frontal lobe. And things will be crazy. Things will start popping up like, oh, I can work with Ray Higdon. Oh, we might potentially do a product launch next month and make a 6 figures. Oh, more income streams are coming our way. Oh, people want to coach me. Oh, people outside of network marketing want to coach me. It's like, when it starts to happen, it'll happen so fast it'll blow your freaking mind. It'll blow your mind. Okay? So think about that. Just think about every day going and thinking about the life that you want. How long have we gone for? 22 minutes. Holy smokes. All right, so I usually don't go this long, but I had to get that off. It was a review from the weekend. So, all right, guys, here I want to tell you this. If you want more out of your life, just make it happen. Start thinking about the future. Watch this over again and listen to my nuggets. Marketing, focus on one area until you master it. And mastery takes a little bit of time, but I'm telling you, if you just dabble in about 5 different ways, you're just dabbling. So first I did blogging, then I started with Facebook, which I'm going to stay with Facebook. Now I'm going to just focus on Facebook, blogging, and Snapchat. That's what I'm doing. Do what works for you. If you do want to connect with me on Snapchat, 19snap.com, go to that website. I'll show you 19 ways to build your following. I built mine into thousands. My goal by the end of the year is 50,000 people every day watching my snaps. And I'm going to make that happen because that's my goal. And so that's happening. All right, I've already spoken into existence. I know where I'm going to be. And with that amount of traffic, the game will change. Okay, I'll be able to just create money like that. Like that. Oh, I need more money. Create it. Oh, I'll just do a training and sell a course. Boom. Okay, so hope this helped today. I went a little deep, but hey, sometimes you got to figure this out before you can make any money, and that's the truth. And that's what I heard over and over again this weekend. So I hope you have a great weekend. Love y'all guys. I mean, a great week. It's Monday. Love y'all guys. I'm in the lab today. I'm working my tail off today. I've got to create stuff today, and I hope you do something too to move your business forward. Don't settle in the past. Make things happen today. All right, love you guys. We'll see y'all later.